Guys, let's watch this video that Peter made. His twin brother is Paul Rudeboy, and he is Peter P Square. Peter P Square, I think. Today, Peter decided to come tell us what happened, why he fell out with his brother. Because I think they fell out before they came back together, and now they fell out again. Reason, we don't know. So Peter is here to tell us. He said it's his own truth. He's here to tell us his own truth. Some people, they say, why? You people should go sort it out yourselves. Generation where we did in a social media generation, so people feel like people they see online is part of their family members. I don't get how that happens, but I feel like people just find relief in coming out to share what they are going through sometimes. Because what's his name, Priestwell was having some stuff with his wife, and he came out, he shared, and he said that gave him a little bit of relief. So whatever you would do that will give you a little bit of relief, my dear, life is too short. Do it and clear your head. So he's here to relieve himself and tell his own side of the story. So let's listen to him. It's a very long one. He's got part 1 that he did 2 days ago, and then part 2. But I combined the 2 videos so that we can watch it together. So let's listen to what he has to say. Let's watch.
Hey guys, so of course, today I just feel like I have to say my truth, and irrespective of whatever that happens. So this video is going to piss a lot of people off. This video might not go well with a lot of people, but guess what? It is what it is. Right? Like I said, I'm going to speak my truth today. Before I start, I've already apologized based on the whole Niger language help. People took it out of, but the same platform I posted it, I've tendered my own apology. I'm sure most of you have seen this. Yeah, that's it, typical of him. Always throwing shade at me in every given opportunity. It's okay, take that by faith. But like I said, at this point, I'm done being Mr. Nice Guy. No, I'm not that nice guy again anymore. It's aura for aura. Yes, aura for aura. I'm going to start giving you the same energy. 100. A lot of people will start saying, I behave childish, I'm used to it. They will say, this one no get sense, I'm used to it. They say I'm the troublesome one, I'm used to it. They will call me names, trust me, I am used to it. Nothing knows me anymore. And then one I know that will say, he talks too much. Before you say I talk too much, I want you all to watch these videos.
And they knew me. See, those days, monkey, they work, baboon, they would jump. I know they do them again. So, I rather they work for myself only. I know they can be singing only me. Every time, only me, they sing all the song. I know they do again. Those days of monkey, they work, baboon, they jump. I know they do again. Alright? I'm beginning to speak up. I'm not speaking up because I want to bring anybody down, but I'm speaking up because the accusation was even more like he sold P-Square catalog. That is his share. The same catalog that I ain't saying it, but the same catalog that I produced, I wrote, 99% me. 99%, yeah, sometimes the fans don't like me saying it. Like I said, I'm saying it now. 99% of the song is me. But I'm still accused of diverting Square phones and blah blah blah. I'm sorry, it's same voice, it's same person, it's same thing. The only difference is that you will not see me and we don't do the perform anymore. It's same voice, same me. I know they hide them anymore. Now before they try to, because the more they hide it, the more every small thing problem don't come. Just, it's music. We they bring us together, but my vision is a different vision with somebody else. Okay, so but like I said, I don't want to say much about it. Trust me, I know dance. Sorry, I know the dance. Okay, I'm a musician. I sing. So make sure somebody say please begin dancing again. I know the dance at my age. I don't. Alright, I respect my age. We have a song that we do with T.I. You know the song? Bring it on.
With T.I. What's it called? I keep forgetting the name of that song. Ejajo, yes.
That was when the issue started. Paul, you need to let me start. And the song came out featuring T.I. Today I believe it's like 15 years. It's still on 3 million views. Why? Because the content of that song, they did not hear that voice. They did not hear that kind of thing they want to hear. They have something to say. It's not just a simple the video. Nothing.
Now, the reason why I say most of you should watch this video. Today is the first time I'm speaking. Maybe I'm used to the type of person that I'm always gonna type. But today I say let me express myself. What you guys saw just now, this is different days, different outfits coming to pull me down to the media. Of course, my twin brother. And I challenge anybody, including my twin brother. Anybody can provide a video that I try to pull him down, or my brother Jude, or even any member of his family. I challenge anybody that can come up with any video, go online. But at the end of the day, my Peter, they talk too much. These videos you guys watch, you guys don't see them. Yeah. Like I said today, I see a lot of I hear a lot of people saying, what exactly happened to this guy that we don't? Most people don't know what happened to us. But I'm going to say it. The reason why I want to say it is because you don't reach me here. At least I say what I say, Jeremiah open letter. Jude went live for nearly 2 hours. Paul went live for nearly 2 hours. Now we'll just type it. to address a certain situation. Now, I'm about to tell you guys what happened. Starting from November 17th, 2021. The so-called reunion. That reunion was a fake reunion. And I will say it. And I'm going to prove that to all of you watching. On Wednesday 17th, November 2021. I was coming back from Atlanta because I embarked on 3 months tour in Canada and United States. 5 minutes before we started descending into Lagos from Atlanta, I got a message from my caretaker. His words: Oga, I beg, forgive Oga Paul. He don't come apologize to Mama. So the person is referring to Mama is my wife, Lola. And I saw it. I looked at it. I tried calling him, he wasn't picking. Of course, I was on a flight with Tom Flex. I came down on a plane and I showed Flex the message. Flex like, wow. Even Flex said, Peter, free this thing. I said, till I get home. I'm talking about this was happening about 6:30 in the evening on Wednesday, the 17th of November. So, when I got to the house, Paul's team were in my house. This is my house. My team have already assembled themselves in the house. I remember Paul's manager, Cheryl, say, P, no vex, just free this thing. I said, guys, don't say anything. Where's my wife? They said she's not back. I said, let's wait for her to come back. I want to hear from her. My wife came back from work. She held me. I started crying. I said, what happened? She said, on that fateful day, being the 17th, which was that very day, that Paul came to the house at 4 a.m. in the morning. And she was scared. She doesn't even know what to expect. She just told everybody to make sure they gather. Unfortunately, they have to record the situation just to make sure, because she was scared. I would walk into the house like that kind of a time. The next thing that happened, she came down, put her head on her legs, and was saying, Lola, I'm tired, please, I'm tired. That was it. Like, that's what she told me. I said, did he tell you anything? He said, no. All Paul kept on saying was, he's tired. And I looked at her, everybody like, I said, okay, tell Paul to come. Lola said, no, Peter, Paul had made the first move. Peter, go and make the second move. I said, what do you want me to do? Go to Paul's house, meet him and hug him. I said, okay. I wanted to take the front door because I know that we have a back door that linked the 3 of us, me, Jude and Paul. I thought they're the one that locked me in. They said, no, I shouldn't follow the front door. That the back door, they broken the whole padlock. I should take the back door. That's when you guys watch the video of our reunion. I had a drink and I was the one walking up to Paul. I walked up to Paul and we hugged. While we were doing that, the video went viral. A few minutes after, unfortunately, Jude's wife called Jude and said, hey, where are you? Jude said he's jogging. He said, oh, you better have made up. Like, what? Go online and check. He checked. That's why, watch this video, see Jude with his sweaty green outfit when he enters the house. Now, that was the video. That was the first time I'm seeing Jude for nearly 5.5 years. That's the first time my life I was seeing Jude the same time. That very night, people that heard, some people came to the house, almost having a full house. But of course, me, jet lag was still messing me up. And I needed to talk to my video director who was supposed to send me a video that I'm releasing the next day, being 18th. I went to sleep. Woke up the next morning. By the time I woke up, I was coming out then I now saw Paul's PA. Said that Paul came to find if I'm awake, he wants to come to the house. I said, yeah. While I sat down upstairs, picked up my phone, I posted a new video titled, go and check it, I Love You, featuring Tenny, Simi and Tema Braxton. That video was released on the 18th November. Quote me, 2021. Go and check it. I released that video. While Paul was coming to me, he said, how far now? I said, I did. Say, you just released my video? I said, yes, sir. So no, so why I'm beginning the push now after Paloma. I said, which video are you now releasing from your own album? Because he released album the same year with me. Say, no, he wants to focus on P Square. I looked at him. I said, I don't get it. So right now, he wants to focus on P Square. I said, bro, hope you're not getting, I'm not part of this P Square. I told him openly. So no, his PA now said, P, you see the vex? I said, no. We are back as brothers. Paul, We are back as brothers. P Square, I am done. Maybe in the future. Right now, I'm done. He was trying to say, oh, you're still angry, you know? I said, Paul, no. I'm not angry. I'm not sad. I'm not feeling bad. It's just I feel like, let's be back as brothers. We were brothers before. This whole music thing came. Right now, the music thing is going to bring in problem. Everybody, just if I release song, I advise you, post me. If you release, I'll post you. Maybe in the future. But for now, because then I won't lie to my album was already doing well for me, you know? So, that was it. Next thing, Jude now called. I said, me and Posh come to his place. We went. That was very nice. He said that we should make a video telling the fans to donate money for us. Because if they had done something like that 2 weeks before then, I was kicking against it. I won't lie to you. It was how do we introduce ourselves? I said, my man, there's no P Square. P Square is not existing. We were back as brothers. Then, if you check that video, we finally did it. We didn't say, what's up, Barry and Peter and I'm Paul together, we're P Square now. It was, what's up, Barry? What's up, everybody? I'm Mr. P and I'm a Rudeboy. That was the introduction we did when we did that video. That very night, I didn't have party in my house. I didn't invite nobody for any party or reunion party. Instead, in Paul's compound, there was speakers, DJ, everything, balloons at his poolside. That very night, my house was full, his house was full. If some of you think I was denying the fact that within that 24 hours, there was nothing like P Square existing, watch this video. Hear Paul. Because if P Square were actually back, there's no way Paul will make this kind of statement.
You know what I'm about to say. If you like feel bad about it, I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm about to say? Fuck Rudeboy, fuck Mr. P, P Square.
Now that will take you back to let you guys know that I never wanted P Square. I never. All I wanted was for the brothers to come back as family.
You know what I'm about to say. If you like feel bad about it, I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm about to say? Fuck Rudeboy, fuck Mr. P, P Square.
After that reunion, so-called reunion, and I thought the reunion was for brothers. Next day being Friday, Jude, I think Paul called me and said I should come to his house. I came. I saw him and Jude. Jude has the document. I said, hey Peter, take this document, sign here. Paul, sign here. Paul was picking to sign. I said, what's the document for? He said, oh, it's to open Access Bank account. That people are beginning to call for shows, you know, call hundreds of thousands, hundreds of millions, but we need to put the money in Access. He wants to Access, not the... I said, calling for shows, so what's the call by me? I said, Paul, you don't tell Jude. You say, tell me for what? Ah, Peter, do you need to go there? I said, no, Paul, come on now. Paul now said, he's saying no to do P Square. You're like, Jude was not like, what was all the whole paparazzi and all that? I said, no, we're back as brothers, bro. I'm done with P Square. I'm not interested in P Square anymore. You say, why? I say, has any nothing but problem for us before except P Square? I say, but that means you don't have. I said, no, I forgive him, bro, don't get me wrong. I forgive him, but I'm not interested. Why that was going on? Paul was trying to, convince me. Jude said, Papa, I know what to do. Jude left. Apparently, the next day, being Saturday, Jude then now sent for my manager, MM, and the guy that was managing Paul, Shil, called them together. We all went to Paul's studio. And I said, oh, now Peter and us, I get your point. Probably don't want what has happened before to happen again, but no problem. What happened is that he's going to bring these two individuals to the team. I said, to the team to manage what? I'm not trying to stress them out, but you need to give me a reason. And I said, oh, now him, Jude will be the official manager. My manager, MM, will be assistant manager. And Shehu, Paul's manager, will be road manager. He offered the money, how much you'll be paying in every show. I started laughing. Paul, my manager, and Paul's manager, even started laughing. Paul started feeling like it's becoming an embarrassment moment for Jude. He now called me and says he doesn't like this thing. He took me to the living room. He doesn't like this thing at all. Look how I'm embarrassing Jude. I said, Paul, what's embarrassment here? Let's be honest, bro. Let's be very honest. Why that was going on? Paul says, is it because of sharing formula? Because in share we share 3 ways. In fact, we don't even share 3 ways. How we share money is, I'll come and say, hey, I want to pay my kids' school fees. How much? Okay? It's 12 million naira. Jude signed a check. 12 million and give me. Signed 12. Paul signed 12 for himself. That was how we were running P Square. Oh, Peter, I want to buy this car. Take. Paul, take. Him, take. Now, Paul now say, you know one thing. It is because of the sharing formula, Peter. So I will stop all this. No, 35. Jude go take that. I said, Paul, no. Take that to do what? to manage for P Square. I'm not interested. And I look at Paul and said, I ask you one question. I want to speak now. I better go. You did try to make Jude be our manager. How come 5.5 years? Now you know they together. How come Jude not be your manager? You know now. Peter, you know, if Jude be my manager, everybody will think 2 against 1. Really? This is exactly what it has been. So let's make something clear here. Hey, don't look as if I hate Jude or I don't like him to manage us. But let's recall back that Beyonce fired her own father. Usher Raymond fired his own mother. Late Michael Jackson fired his own father. We P Square, we even told our own mother to step aside. So what is all this? Your brother must manage you. And I know a lot of people start saying, oh, how come I don't want Jude to be our manager? Let's be very honest, guys. Before Jude came in, or before we brought Jude in as our manager, we've had 3 several managers. One, Chioma Ugoji, she went from being a dance group manager to P Square's manager. Later on, our mom became our manager for like few months. Then, of course, you know, Bayo Odusabi, popularly known as Howie T. That's the guy that actually discovered us fully. He became our manager for over at least 6 years before we now brought in Jude. Now the question is, within these 3 before Jude, have we had any, has Peter and Paul ever had any fight or any issue? Because none of them would take sides. None of them took sides. At the moment where Paul was trying to convince me, and I said, I actually gave it a thought. Let me try to give it a try. I said, okay, Paul, you want P Square back? No problem. Let's go back upstairs. I decided to make an offer. But he was trying to convince me. And we went upstairs, where the 2 managers, including Jude, were there. And I said, so guys, Paul, you guys want P Square back? No problem. Here's what it's going to look like. I and Paul will set up a company. I and Paul will be only signatory. I and Paul will take care of every administrative when it comes to finance, signatory, everything. And I and Paul will go with 40-40. The 3 manager, which is now Jude, Shehu, and MM, will go with 20%. Jude does it, he doesn't understand that if that's the case, he'd rather work for free. And I said, gentleman and lady, Jude now works for free. And that's how I ended that meeting. This is the P Square everybody think they are back. Within 4 or 5 days, me and Paul didn't see eye to eye after that incident. Until Paul now came to me. After we went to Sierra Leone, because there was a show that we booked for Mr. P today in Sierra Leone, the next day for Paul. We finally called him and we were coming together. After we went to Sierra Leone and came back, Paul now said to me, so there's nothing for Jude. It's not about Jude. I'm not even doing P Square. Paul, it's not about Jude here. Can we just come back as brothers? Can we live life as brothers first? Let me even experience it. Let me experience living as brothers. No, everything is, it looks like there's a competition running around everybody. I don't like it. You know, so okay, no problem. I'll take your second option. So this is my second option. Now you should set up a company, blah, 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 blah. Unfortunately, Jude cannot take that offer. So now we'll continue. I said, no problem. We sent our lawyer, he came. Got the document, set up. Mode of work. Everything Peter and Paul 50-50. Every decision 50-50. Sharing formula 50-50. We signed. We started up Square Root Entertainment. We started up. Now, we started doing shows, started doing P Square reunion. We were planning the P Square reunion. I overheard something that was very disturbing. Like, it was very disturbing. Proud to Paul's apology to my wife that Jude and Paul had a serious fight. Remember, we're neighbors. Yeah. And I started doing my investigation. First of all, I wanted to play ignorant, like, no need, you know. But 4, or should I say 3 individuals from Paul's camp confirmed it, that Paul and Jude actually had a fight minutes or hours before Paul came to my house to meet my wife. And this was what I discovered, that Paul claimed he borrowed Jude 90 million. Now he wanted Jude to give the money back to him, but he wanted this time Jude to borrow him 90 million because there's some property he wanted to buy somewhere in Lekki that he doesn't have the complete money. That even with the 90 million I want to borrow from Jude, it's going to be complete. The money is not going to be complete at the end, but I need to give it to the owner of the property as a deposit. But when they approached Jude, that was when they had that issue, and that Paul's PA and his manager were there. Paul already told them that, oh, listen, Jude is owing me. So that night they had an altercation that when Paul approached Jude, I said, yeah, listen, I need my 90 million. Paul Jude asked, which 90 million? The one I give you. How did I borrow 90 million from you? Everybody around were looking at Paul. Okay, you've told us that Jude was owing you 90 million. You said, show me now I'm owing you 90 million. It's not easy for Paul to bring out this phone and say, look at how you're owing me. Like, Paul couldn't proceed with that. You say, tell me now, show me how I take borrow 90 million from you. Jude now bought his phone and showed Paul's team and said, hey, listen, Paul, this is how you borrowed me this money 2-3 months ago. Guys, look. Jude bought his phone. I said, guys, see. 3 months ago, see hundreds of thousands of dollars that I have in my account. But show me where you gave me 90 million. Then what came out of Paul's mouth was, Jude, you know, give me this 90 million. No wahala. I will go tell Peter waiting day. Now, I'm sure most of you don't understand what that means. It means I will go and confess to Peter. Obviously, there's something going on. Despite I have heard these things, I guarantee you, I still played and I stayed calm. I believe if whatever that has happened after we broke up, it's understandable. But no, these things have been happening years, and I'm about to prove it to everyone right now. And so that was how Paul walked out from Jude, went to his bedroom, wore his slippers, because he was crying, washed his face, told his PA and his manager, he wants to come to my house. He said, but Peter no day now, Peter the American. He said, no problem, Lola, you want to go meet. That's how Paul went to meet Lola. So, the whole reunion was because he has a fallout with Jude. Now, I'll come to that. We announced our world tour. We started touring. I discovered that the people handling my distribution as Mr. P had sent 100 Rudeboy. I said, let's give them P square. Jude refused. Paul refused. This was Paul who bragged about these individuals. He doesn't even know that they're the ones that handle my own distribution. So, while that was going on, during our tour, I discovered that some people wanted to buy P square catalog. They walked up to me. I said, no problem, I've discussed with my brothers. They offer millions of dollars. They can buy it off for 10 years, after 10 years, return it back, or buy it off for life. So me and Paul had a discussion in London, because me and Paul were touring. Then Jude was not with us. Came back. By then, when I walked up to Jude and Paul, I said, listen, how far? Some people want to buy Jude. Said, no problem. They had some people that are ready to even pay now. He now told me the amount. It was less. I said, no, these guys are offering more. All they want from us is to give them a back end. How much this thing generates every month, which I do not have. And I asked Jude. Jude said, it's not possible. I said, how? That these other people are better. I said, no problem. Whatever you give the other people, give it to me, let me give it to these people. Highest bidder. While that was going on, I kept on insisting. And I walked up to Paul and said, why is that you doesn't want to give me this back end? He said, I don't know. But I don't know anything about this. The music I do not repeat. I don't know about all these things. Really, Paul? No problem. I played ignorant. Then the same people called me. Paul's manager and my manager, who are now our manager, now said, they need to throw to other companies like Universal, Sony, to know highest bidders. Okay. They went to submit the whole proposal that Pisco wants to sell a catalog. Next thing, everyone demanded they wanted the back end. I persuaded Jude to give it to me. He now said it's going to take 3.5 months. I started feeling somehow. If I tell you to give me your statement of account, few minutes, even with your app, you bring it. He told me 3.5 months. So that's how long it will take. I still play ignorant, waited for the 3.5 months. Walked up to him after 3.5 months. We kept on doing like this. I walked up to Paul. Paul, what is going on? Say, Peter, I don't know anything about this. This is what you talk about. I persuaded. Jonah said, I should send him my email. He forwarded it. I looked at it. What he sent me was how many streams, or without how much it generates. I looked at it. I said, I just sent forward to the two managers. Now this is where it becomes interesting. Now the two managers sent this back ends out. Nobody got back. So imagine people that have offered huge amount of money on this same catalog. After going through a tampered back end, most of them came back with an unbelievable lower amount offer. For example, imagine someone offering to buy a product for 500 naira, and after seeing the back end of the product, they're now offering 10 naira. How? I went to Paul. Have you heard? See what's going on. In fact, None of them even said, bro, who sent this to you? I said, why? Whoever I sent this thing to you, or is it the distribution company that them arrested? I said, it was my brother that sent it to me. I don't think your brother knows what has gone wrong. I became worried. And that's okay. The best thing I can do is, we have a management company called Northside Entertainment. Director is Peter, Paul, and Jude. Jude owns 40, Peter and Paul own 30. Management company, what that means is that if you pay a P-Square 100 million, management takes 10%. Instead of 10%, Peter and Paul are managing themselves. The manager can even go with 4 million, Peter and Paul go 3 million. It's still 90 million still remains for the artist. I said the best thing I can do, I contacted all the account officers of Northside Entertainment in different banks. Is that it? I said the best thing I can do, I contacted all the account officers of Northside Entertainment in different banks. Is that it? Echo and FCMB. I contacted all of them. Unfortunately, I contacted them about Friday. Towards 5:30. Banks are closed by then. I told them to send me statement of account. None of them agreed. By Monday, I was calling all of them. None of them were picking my phone calls. I got one frustrated. I kept on calling him guys. And I said, go. I said, what's going on? I said that Jude laid an instruction. They should dare not send it to me. Tell me how that's. How do you guys expect me to feel? I don't want to. I said, Paul, I demanded for P-Square's management statement of account that me and you are still the shareholder. But the information I got that Jude said they should dare not send it to me. Can you call us go and meet Jude? Maybe Jude don't use the account to do other things, maybe that's why. I don't understand, Paul. Peter again, the music I do, I don't know anything about these things. I knew something was wrong.
Part 3 again. Okay. So make we wait for part 3. Oh, may God help. This thing is just, you get what to be said, they say husband and wife they fight. You get what to be said, they say friend and friend they fight. You get what to be said, brothers and sisters they fight. Then to have twins, like two people were supposed to be one, they fight. Not just the two of them, and then with their elder brother. Not where money no go fit cost. Like he said, he wanted his brothers back. Therefore, just leave business, at least come back together first as brothers. My dear, I don't want to get involved in this thing. Honestly, it's so heartbreaking. It's so painful to find out that this is where they are at the moment. And Paul self no do well. We go person comments. Yes, we know Peter say, oh, will Igbo help or stuff like that. Yeah, to try. For him to go under that his tweets to go comment, make sense. But what's what we know? Now life, we come here, we see things and we just live this life one day at a time, man. Nothing they here. Even with the money and everything, nothing still they here. I just hope they will find a way to come back. I just hope they will find a way to become family again. I just thought I wanted to share, guys. We'll see what the part 3 go be. If the part 3 makes sense, I go bring and come. But if it's just still this, I don't know. I'm not happy seeing this, honestly. I'm not happy seeing this. Coming from someone that comes from a large family, and not just a large family, coming from someone that have twins in my home. My younger brothers, they are twins, and I know how inseparable these people are. Like, they are this close, and now one is gone. We have one. So I don't like seeing things like this. I don't like it. May God help them. I just thought I wanted to share, guys, and guess what? We move.